Hola, mi amigos. So this week I've been thinking actually this thought for a while. Um, that why is religion in a box? Like, okay, Let me rephrase this. And I already kind of talked about this in my life, my story video, but I felt like reiterating. Um, wh- when I get called Christian, or when Christianity is usually referred to, it's usually as like, oh, that's your religion. It's like, well, no. Like, I'm tired of the whole religion thing. It's like, religion is that box. Because it just, like, it puts you in that box. And, like, where if you do this, you're in trouble. If you don't do that, you're in trouble. And it's just, like, it's just too, like, nitpicky on, like, when you're accepted into heaven, into God's kingdom, all that kind of stuff. It and there's so many people now, like that, mainly the older generation who's just religious. Like if you say, "Oh, holy crap," or "awesome," it's like they got all like offended. It's like, really, like, I never. It's just, I know it's becoming less of a thing nowadays, but there's so many people who still think that it's like that Christians are going to be condemning and judgmental. It's like, no, we shouldn't be. Like, I go to church with this hat on. I go to church with a hat on, with shorts, and I, God accepts us for who we are. He wants us to come as we are, and He'll love us as it is, like no matter what. So it just, I never fully understood the whole religiousness of, like, okay, I understand it, but I don't understand it that in that sense that why does everybody have to be, so many people have to be that way, like like that, and all and arguments against, our my belief has to be an argument, or not. It has to be debate, and it shouldn't be, because it's like it's I don't want it to be debate. I want it to be a conversation. If you believe something different, that's fine. Like, what's the big deal? It just it's become frustrating that um where it's just stereotyping uh me as a believer, that I am automatically condemning and judgmental and prosecuting other people for what they believe, no matter, or what they look like, or what they do, or what, their preferences. And that's not the case at all. Because, like, if you do your thing, if you want to believe what you want to believe, that's fine. Like, it really doesn't matter to me. Like, God loves you no matter what. So, there's some people I don't like, but that doesn't mean I don't still care about them. Because, you know, but, and there's just so much hate towards it, you know, Christianity and Christians, or believers of the faith. It's like, really? What? Why? What the heck is wrong? Really? Why? I don't understand it. It's like, why do you have to hate on us? Like, you don't. Like, why? I don't. What's the hate for? It's like got beef kind of thing. It's not like, oh, because yeah, 'cause every single Christian has ever condemned you and attacked you, and if any believer of God or anything has ever, put out a hate on you, sorry about that. you know, but it's not. It's like saying that if a black person goes, or some black person goes and steals, say like a chocolate bar from a grocery store or something, then all of a sudden, oh, every single black person is like that. It's like, no, really, that's not the case at all. But so, it just, I don't. Where is that hate coming from? I don't get. It's like the whole thing with, like, back in the Holocaust, where Hitler hated the Jews. It's like there should be more digging to see if he got like some sort of like Jewish person did something really bad to him or something, and then made him like that. Like I don't understand where that hate for the Jews came from, and it's sad and it's terrible, but there was some sort of deeper connection towards why he did it. I think, like I don't. Also, I think there might be some sort of demon possession involved in that, but I don't know. Another topic that kind of connects to this topic. The whole, like, I did talk about this next thing I'm going to talk about in my other one, but I felt like I need to talk about it more, or again in a different video that's a bit shorter. It's mainly about like tithing. I did say that I don't understand why tithing is connected to just money, and that is totally the case. Like, I don't know if there are other people who think that way too, but I don't understand why there's not other versions of tithing. Like, it should be like tithing your time, tithing your clothes. Like if like if somebody doesn't have clothes, I'm tithing them, so you're giving them away, kind of thing. Like when you give to the Salvation Army, or tithing, all sorts of things. Because like I know tithing is like a big thing of our society, where you need money to do this, you need money to do that, you need money to survive, basically. So I understand that that's a lot of reason why tithing is connected to money, but I don't feel like it doesn't need to be solely connected to that that thing that like it just doesn't fully make sense to me that it's just fully connected to that, where it just, I feel like it should be like the tithing should be more spread out. So that's just basically what I think about that. Another thing, back to the whole religion thing, is another thought I had that was just like the reason why I think the reason why people hate on it is because they've been hurt by the faith, or someone who believes, and then actually I already said that, and I think that's because there's a lot of like people who went to church, who have been believers, but because of the hate and all the mistrust that they've gotten from the church, that they just from believers or Christians or whatever, they weren't pushed away, and from the faith, and they just stopped believing, they stopped going to church, they stopped, all that kind of stuff. And also, there are a lot of people who I guess just they don't feel like they've heard from God, or they feel like the church didn't hear them, or the preacher didn't preach the right thing, and they never did, and it never resonated with them, and then they leave. And that's another thing I don't understand. It's like, just because you're not hearing it right now, you're not hearing His voice, you're not hearing the word that you think you need to hear, or you're being so specific on like, I need to hear that one word, and then I'll be fine. Then I will be like I'll be I know God is with me. It's like, no, that is not the case. Like, where I didn't hear Him until I was looking for a wallet one day. Like, it was the most ridiculous thing for me, but it was still awesome that he responded. And I didn't that I felt that I heard Him in my heart. So that's another thing I don't understand, is that and I think that there should be like, so okay, I'm just gonna summarize. So in summary, I feel that just there should be that less religious push. There should be more acceptance and more widespread thought process, and it's like more of a community than anything. So yeah, that is my thought of the week.